Festive greetings and welcome to my holiday special. How are we feeling this festive season? We are so happy and relieved to take a break and spend some time with family, go have some fun, do some fun things together, be together, have a nice meal. And then when it gets closer to the end of the year, then we start panicking. And then we're like, oh no, I have to set a goal for the new year. And the thing is, when we set goals, we set them for the sake of setting them. We don't actually have the intention of achieving the goal. Because we set goals in a way that I don't want to be like this, so I'm going to set my goal to not be like that. But the problem is goals need to be framed in the positive. Instead of avoiding something as a goal, look for being something else in your goal. And it's daunting, it's scary, and we get so demotivated. We don't want to achieve our goals, and that's because we put in the wrong mindset. We put ourselves in the wrong mindset, and we just set the goal and we forget about it. And we set the goal in the beginning of the year and we're like, yes, I really want to do this. And then it's March, and then it's July, and then it's August, and then it's December. And then you realize, oh, I never achieved my goal. So you set the same goal. But the problem is with achieving goals is that if you put it in the negative, it becomes a negative goal. And if you make the goal in a negative frame, it's going to be a lot harder for you to actually put in the action steps and to actually view the goal in a constructive and a healthy way. The thing is with goals, it's easy to set a goal, but it's not easy to achieve a goal. Because you can set a goal in the beginning of the year and then you don't achieve it, and then you set the same goal, but you can't expect to achieve your goals and to do better in the future if you are carrying on with the same things that you've been struggling with in your past. A goal is about moving forward. It's future orientated. And if you set a goal and you work on a goal, especially during your tough times, not only is it going to benefit the goal itself, but it will teach your psyche to keep going and to press on and to never give up and to be consistent until one day you become goal orientated. And when you become goal orientated, you're going to find it easier to set goals and achieve goals, because goals give us a sense of fulfillment. They release dopamine in the brain. And if you reinforce that with a positive reinforcing stimuli, if you reward yourself for achieving a goal, it's going to reinforce that even more, and you're going to be able to set more realistic goals and to problem solve better. Remember, it's all about looking forward. A goal is future-based. It's about changing your present to benefit your future. You create your life. You create your future. Your past is not your future. Your past is not your present. Don't allow it to seep into that. But before you can set any type of goal, before you can look at setting any type of objective, you have to go through a full mental detox, especially this time of year. You cannot set a goal in a very emotional mind. A goal needs to be set in a rational mind. You need to completely detox your mind and start with a blank slate. And an important part of this is decluttering the psyche, throwing out and letting go of old beliefs, old perspectives, old mindsets, old views, old toxic relationships, and removing toxicity from your life. Even if that toxicity comes from yourself, you remove that from yourself. You remove your toxicity from yourself. So remember, you need to go through a process of decluttering the psyche and mental detox, which can include active and passive rest. And then another thing, you are not going to achieve a goal if you are not consistent and determined, especially on your worst days. You need to reinforce that consistency. You need to reward yourself for your consistency. You have to remind yourself why your consistency is so important. And then we all know this, the why. It's important to have your why, because every time you feel down about your goal, just remember your why. Why do you want that? Because if the desire to stay the same is stronger than the desire to change, then you're going to hit a plateau. You're going to stay stagnant. So your desire needs to be greater than your desire to stay the same. And you need to create your own motivation. A lot of people think that motivation is an extrinsic thing, but it's not. It's an intrinsic thing. It's an internal thing. It's something that you have to create within yourself, focusing on your why. And then you need to adjust your mindset to think more positively, because the more negative you are, the more you're going to think, oh, what's the point? Oh, I'm not in the mood. It's not really going to benefit me. And the more negative you are, the more you are pulling yourself further and further and further away from your goal. Changing your mindset will change the way you view your life, your priorities, and what you need to achieve in order to grow and self-develop. A good way to frame a goal is the SMART goal model, which is how you set a goal and the criteria in which you set a goal to make sure that it is a concrete goal. And the SMART goals stand for S, specific, M, measurable, A, attainable, R, realistic, and T, time-bound. So it's important that you set a goal within the right criteria, within the right mindset. And remember, it's your goal, it's your future, it's your life. You decide how much consistency and how much effort you put in, but no goal is unachievable. You can do it. Never give up. Push through, especially on your worst days. Goals are just there for us to grow and learn. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that beautiful person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.